Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome to another session of Adulting in My Purpose. My name is Dr. Nick, your favorite personal growth coach, and I am always excited to be here with you on the Adulting in My Purpose sessions that we have been having. Wow, for since April we started this, so it has been an amazing journey going live, doing these sessions, interacting with my wonderful millennials that are out there, getting so much feedback and so much thoughts and good feedback about what we're doing and how the sessions are helping them in their lives, allowing them to elevate their thinking and think about things in their lives and truly understanding how to purpose themselves in this world and do the things that they need to do to get to their goals and truly maximize their potential. So that is what adulting in my purpose is. So for those that may be watching for the first time, I guess I'll introduce myself officially. Please like, share, start a watch party because we are going to get some good stuff today. So, again, my name is Dr. Nicole Rankin, affectionately known as Dr. Nick, and I am a certified personal growth coach and also the CEO of the Cole Academy of Personal Growth. And we are a training and development company that provides what we call social emotional learning. We do leadership development, personal growth, communication skills, and we work with students and educational leaders to help them become better leaders, not only of others, but most importantly of themselves. So it has been a wonderful journey. I keep saying that I'm new to entrepreneurship, but I have been doing this for 5 years now. I had a tremendous transition from my corporate and professional world into entrepreneurship and just deciding that I wanted to do be and have more and knew that God was calling me to something greater. So I made the step, I took the jump, I took the leap and started my own professional development company. And let me tell you guys, it has been like none other. It has been truly amazing, and God is just amazing and just doing so many awesome things in my life. And I'm grateful and thankful to be used to such a capacity. So we had started this series of adulting in my purpose back when the whole COVID started and we had to social distance and, quarantine. And I'm like, okay, Lord, what am I going to do with this business? What am I going to do? The bulk of my time was traveling and speaking and doing workshops and in-person training. So because all of that had been shut down, we had to do a shift, right? And as entrepreneurs, those that know, we're problem solvers. So I had to get that thinking cap on and what is it that we're going to do? Hey, Angela, I see you out there. Welcome. So if you are watching, say hello, like, share, start some watch parties. Let me know that you're out there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So we have been doing this series of adulting in my purpose, and adulting in my purpose was actually I guess a journey of my own, right? A journey of my own self-discovery. I was at a point where I was in my professional life, I was doing great. I was successful from the eyes on the outside, but internally, I knew that there was more that I wanted to have. I knew that God has called me to do something greater. I didn't really know what that was or what that looked like. And I was really just stuck. And I felt that I was just kind of going through the motions. And I knew after God just prayer and God had directed me to certain people that I was missing something in my life. And what I was missing was personal growth and development. So let me tell you, when I discovered what that was and how important it is to my entire being, I became that personal growth junkie. So I took kind of like time and went on my own self-discovery journal self-discovery journey, and to understand who I was and who I was at the core, and who did God create me to be, and what it is that I was supposed to do in this world. See, I'm a woman of faith, and I truly believe that everyone has an assignment, everyone has gifts, everyone has talents, and they're uniquely crafted to do unique things, to give out into the world. And our purpose and our responsibility is to discover what that is, and get to it, and get to work, and allow God to use us in this earth while we're here. So I had to take that time, because I knew I wasn't maximizing my potential. I knew I wasn't truly, adulting in my purpose, and doing the things that God has gifted and called me to do. So I went on this journey, and then at the end of this journey came this journal, Adulting in My Purpose. So I kind of just culminated all the things that I went through, all the exercises, all the questions I had to ask when working with different people, and the thought process that I had. I just kind of put it all in a journal. And the idea, it was to help other people, other young people that were in that space where, you're going through life trying to figure this whole adult thing out, and have no direction, and really don't know who to ask, because you really want to try to figure it out, because you want to seem independent, and you don't want to seem like you don't know what to do. You don't know what you're doing, and you don't want to go out there and make it look like you're failing, or you're not living up to other people's expectations, or whatever the case may be. So you don't ask, and you're out there alone trying to figure it out, frustrated, stressed out, and not going anywhere, right? How many people can relate to that? So I was there, and I took the time to go on the self-discovery journey, and discover who I was. And now that I'm truly adulting in my purpose, doing the things that I know that God has called me to do, just the perspective of life that you have is changed when you're living life from a faith walk, truly a faith walk, and allowing God to take the reins and guide you to what it is that He has for you. So that is a little bit about me, for those that may be watching this for the first time, like, who is that person? That is a little about me and my story. So we have started this Adulting in My Purpose series, because everybody was quarantined, and truly this is for my millennials, our young adults that are there at home trying to figure it out, our recent grads that just graduate, trying to figure out what their next steps are. I work with you all. Many of you, my clients, my mentees, and what I realized is everybody was in the same boat, right? Everybody was trying to figure it out. So these series are specifically designed for you all, and to help you with some tools and strategies, to help you think outside the box, so you can truly identify your gifts, identify your purpose, and move in a strategic way, being intentional to go after your goals, go after your dreams, and truly be functional and effective in this complex world. So we have been having a great time. So if you have not taken a look at the previous sessions, I say go back. They are on the timeline. Go back, take notes, and put this stuff into action. I'm not just here just to give you a theory or just to have a wonderful session, because there are things that I could be doing right now. But truly, I want to equip you. I want to empower you. I want to inspire you to be your best self. And to truly do that, you have to know who you are, and you have to know whose you are. And these sessions are designed and created to help you do that. So tonight, what we're going to talk about is adulting with soft skills. And I'll explain more about that. So let me explain how I came up with that, because every week we adult with something, right? So this week was adulting with soft skills. And the reason I was reading an article this week that talked about the 6 skills college grads need to compete in a post-COVID job market. 6 skills that college grads need to compete in a post-COVID job market. So the 6 skills are customer service. So knowing how to make your customers feel valued, leadership, having self-awareness, being able to have clarity, credibility, self-confidence, so those leadership skills, communication, number 3, and of course, how to having that foundation of how to listen, how to pitch yourself, how to articulate yourself, how to use your body language. So all of these, 90% of communication is nonverbal. So how you use your body language, your facial expression. And so those are communication. That was number 3. Number 4 was problem solving. So they're looking for candidates who can problem solve, who can think outside the box, who can have that critical thinking and make rational decisions and process and analyze things and how to move forward. So they're looking for people who have those problem solving skills. And then number 5 was operations and project management skills. So they're looking for people who know how to set goals, set priorities, set deadlines, and how to put things in place and put systems in place, right? And then the last one was marketing. So they're looking for people who have the ability to connect and form relationships with their customers and how to articulate their brand. So all of these 6 major skills that companies are looking for, and they're saying that these young grads and need in order to compete post-COVID job market. So when I was reading that, I was getting so excited, y'all. I was getting excited because, a lot of times when you are in the process of going after your dreams and going after your goals, you want to make sure that you're in line, and you want to make sure that you're in alignment where God called you to be. And along my journey, I know that I am doing what I'm supposed to do, doing what I'm called to do. I'm passionate about it, but sometimes it's like, okay, Lord, really, is this what I'm supposed to do? So then He sends me a clue to say, okay, keep on going. So this, guys, was my clue again, another clue if I needed one in this moment, to know that I am doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing, because this is what I do with the Cole Academy of Personal Growth. We teach and equip people, young leaders, with these soft skills, right? So here we are. I'm reading this article, getting excited. This was a June 2020 article that came out of the skills that are needed for young people to be effective in the job market, in the marketplace. And all of these skills that they're saying are skills that I teach. And so I'm like, oh my, this is more confirmation that this is what I'm supposed to be doing, because there are people out there. There's a generation out there that needs it. So guys, I was on fire today in reading this. So what I wanted to do is I wanted to take some time to kind of break down the article. So I know a lot of young people, especially millennials, and you're going through, trying to figure out what is it I need. Now you went through college, however long it took you 4 years, 3 years, or maybe you were super senior like me and took it 5, 6 years, however long you got out. But now you're like, okay, I have all these technical skills and I have this great degree, but I'm not getting hired. And why is that? So I want to talk about the soft skills and why it's important to not only your professional life, but your personal life, and how this all ties into you adulting in your purpose. So if you are out there, you're a young adult, college student, and you're out there, get your notes. Get your notes, because this is going to be very informational tonight, because I truly want to break down all of this and what this means, so you can truly get an understanding of how important it is to invest in what we call this social emotional learning, or soft skills. So we're going to start at the beginning, right? We're going to start at the beginning and just take an understanding of what these skills are. So you may read it or hear these words, or especially now in this time of the pandemic and in time of COVID and how we're dealing with it, you hear these buzzwords. So you may hear social emotional learning, right? And by definition, social emotional learning is the process to understand and manage your emotions, set and achieve positive goals, feel and show empathy for others, establish and maintain positive relationships, and make responsible decisions. Okay, so we're gonna break that definition down, and so we can understand the importance of it. So again, you may hear social emotional learning. So depending on where you are, you may hear different things. So social emotional learning in a more clinical setting, you may hear emotional intelligence. When we're talking about the job market, you may hear what they call, employees call it, soft skills. When you're in the growing market or the personal development industry, you may hear personal growth. So it's all the same thing. It's all the same thing, right? So social emotional learning, emotional intelligence, soft skills, personal development, personal growth, it's all the same thing. And so, why is it, when you think about all of this, why is this important to not only your professional life, but your personal life as well? So, we're going to talk about all of that. So, let me get. All right. So, I'm going to pull back up the definition, and we're going to break it down. Okay. So the process of understanding and managing your emotions. So there are 5 competencies, what we call competencies, surrounding social emotional learning, right? So the first competency is self awareness. All right. And self awareness is your ability to recognize your thoughts, your emotions, knowing your strengths, knowing your weaknesses, some of the limitations that you have, and just a whole awareness of who you are, right? So you want, with knowing who you are and increasing this self-awareness, what that's going to do for you, it's going to help you build your self-confidence, right? Because the more you know who you are, the more you know whose you are, the more you know your strengths, the more you can walk with confidence, the more you can talk with confidence, the more you can walk in a room and command the presence, because you know who you are. You have a high level of self-awareness. So people who have a low self-awareness who usually say they have a low self-esteem or low self-confidence. So you'll hear those words. So the importance of developing your self-awareness and recognizing your strengths and your emotions, and being able to tap in that, helps you with gain that confidence, gain those skill sets that you need to have that awareness in the marketplace, in your personal life. So that's number one. So that's number one of social emotional learning, and why that's important. The second is self management. Now, self management is your ability to regulate your emotions and your thoughts and your behaviors. So, this is where you get into that self discipline, getting those habits. We always talk about habits, and adopting the right habits that are going to be critical to you doing on a daily basis to help you get to your goals and help you get to your dreams. So, the self-management piece is a part of goal setting and understanding, what makes you tick, how what are your feelings, tapping into your feelings, what motivates you, what is your passion. So all of this is a part of self-management. So when you're asking yourself, what are the things that I am good at, or how do I prioritize myself and prioritize my time? So these are the things that you want to think about when you think about your self-management. What are the things that you're giving time to that may be hindering you from moving forward? Or what are some of the things you need to start doing? Or what are some of the things that you need to stop doing? So all of this surrounds your ability to self-manage. The third piece of social emotional learning is social awareness. Now, social awareness is now when you have the ability to have empathy with others. So now we're now respecting others and your ability to appreciate diversity and cultures, right? You know, how to empathize, how to see yourself in the shoes of other people. So this is social awareness. So asking yourself, how well do you interact with others? How well do you actively listen to other people when they're speaking? You know, how do you how to buy we talked about your body language. All of that is part of your social awareness and how you interact with others. Okay. And the next one is relationship skills. So your a relationship skill, that's kind of self-explanatory. That's your ability to establish relationships. You know, not establish relationships, establish healthy relationships, and knowing how to interact with others, and knowing how to communicate and listen clearly, and cooperate with others and work with others, and teamwork and collaboration and relationship building. So all of this is a part of your relationship skills. Okay. And then the last piece on competency of social emotional learning is responsible decision making. So, again, self-explanatory. How well do you make choices? And we talked about this, I think, last week in a session. So, if you missed that, go back, because we talked about decision making and how best to make choices. And I gave you a roadmap and how to think about a strategic way in making decisions. But responsible decision making is your ability to kind of assess a problem and logically form solutions to that problem in order to get you to moving forward. The evaluation process, the reflection process, and the analyzing process. So those are skills. Okay, so now you have 5 set of skills that employers, people who are hiring, people who are going to give you money for the things the gifts that you have, right, are saying that they need in the working place. Right. But what is the problem here? You see, these are skills, these are skill sets that are not taught. They are not taught in school. I don't remember one, when it was time for me to go to college and I was selecting my class schedule. I did not see one class on social emotional learning 101 or leadership self-awareness 101 or self-management 101. I did not see that. And I wish I had, because if you can think about all the things that I talked about that these skills entail, imagine how better you can be as a person. Imagine how better you can be in your thought process as you're going towards your goals, as you're moving towards your dreams, as you are seeking the vision and seeking your purpose, right? Having this type of awareness, knowing how to interact with people, knowing how to manage yourself and prioritize yourself and set goals, and not only set goals, but achieve goals, knowing how to make proper decisions. So these are skills that are so important, but the problem is they're not taught in school. So what do you do? Right? So the problem is now it's not taught in school. You all go through college and you're getting more technical knowledge without getting these soft skills. And now you're out, boom, you're out in the job market, ill prepared, not equipped, and not having the proper skill sets that employers are looking for your next step in life. So not only is this important to those that are going in that professional career path, whether it be professional career or even a trade career, or even those if you're going into entrepreneurship, these are skills that are essential to those paths, right? So when I was reading the article, it just blew me to say, okay, these are the skills that they're looking for. We have this model and these competencies, and where we have the ability to teach these skills. So how do we what's the next step, right? What is that next step? What is that next step in order to get to that next level that you want to do in order to heighten these skills? So that is the reason why, creating Adulting in My Purpose was, when you're doing things and God placed things in your spirit, you really don't know the impact and that it can have down the line. But it's so revolutionary in my mind, that revelation that we get when understanding that this is where we are now, and this was placed in my spirit years ago to do this project. And everything happened for a reason. There's nothing that happened that just out of coincidence. God is always doing something divine, and everything happens in his right timing. So what I want to do next is give you some things, some questions to think about from each category to help you kind of understand, how do I gain these skills, right? So it's not these skills are what we call soft skills. So we have hard skills where there's tangible things that you can do to elevate your skill set, but there are soft skills. And these soft skills are elevated by truly taking introspection of who you are, truly getting an understanding, and with a critical eye of yourself, the things that you do, understanding your behaviors, understanding your personalities, understanding, your shape, and how you were created, how you make decisions, how you manage your emotions, and all of these things that make you who you are, your values, your belief systems, the knowledge that you have, what is your passions, what is your purpose. So all of these things are things that you can understand by taking time and investing the time to elevate your thinking and to think on these thought process, right? And so this is stuff that we don't do. And that's why I encourage, hey, Alex, hey, Corey, welcome. So these are the things that we talk about. And I'm glad that Corey and Alex are on. And I'm sure we have some more people that have actually went through the Adulting in My Purpose course, because this is what we do. We take the time and invest the time and energy and put in the work to answer the questions that we need to ask ourselves in order to get the type of awareness that we need to elevate our skill sets in these areas. So for example, with self-awareness, there's a whole section that we go through. That's the second journey in Adulting in My Purpose, that we take and we ask questions and we discuss it, and we help each other gain that self-awareness, to identify the emotions, to recognize their strengths and their weaknesses, and helping to kill limiting belief and self-doubt so we can raise self-confidence, and understanding how to put things in place so we can do things in spite of the fears that we may have, because knowing that it's always going to be there. So how do we overcome the fears? How do we move forward and elevate our self-awareness? When we talk about self-management, there's a whole chapter. It's self-planning, helping you to identify ways to not only set goals, but put the system in place, so you move from being a goal setter to now being a goal achiever. Same thing with social awareness. How do you interact and communicate with others? Thinking about, how do you listen? So all of these things you need to just start asking yourself these questions. The relationship skills in the journal, there is a bonus. I can't remember what chapter it comes from, but there is a bonus that asks you to send a link to 5 people that be it personal, professionally, or just your friends. And what it does is it gives you their perspective of you. Right. A lot of times we think that we may relate to people in a certain way, but when we ask them, they say, it's totally different from what we're thinking. So having that ability to understand how we are relating to others will help us build that communication, help us build those relationship skills, and understanding how best to do teamwork and collaboration, and then also decision making. So we have a whole self-reflection. That's actually the first journey that we go on, the journey of self-reflection. And what that does is Alex, yeah, Alex says, I swear this should be a part of the junior and senior curricular year in school. I agree. And I am going to do my best to reach as many young people as I can doing my part. I agree that this is should be a part of the curriculum. We are seeing now that people are recognizing the importance of this. And now you're seeing many schools and school districts now requiring social emotional learning to be incorporated in the curriculum, and especially now that we're going through a pandemic, because you can imagine, all of these skill sets and all of the emotions and all of these feelings, and being a young person trying to deal with this and not being truly equipped to do so. So I totally agree, Alex, that these are things that need to be taught in high school and elementary school. So we're developing programs to help with that. But this adulting in my purpose, like I said, is specifically for my millennials, because you're out there. Now you're out there. You can't go backwards. So, you're out there now. So we have to develop these skills, because they are critical to your development. And again, although the article that I was reading was about professionalism and about career choices, this is also critical in your everyday life. This is critical in how you relate to your family members, how you relate to your significant others, how you relate to your finances, how you relate to your health and your well-being. So all of these things, how you relate to just your social life and your social awareness, how you have fun, how you relax, how you relate to others, how you develop yourself. So all of these skill sets are important to every single area of your life. So we're not only talking about professional development, but we're also talking about personal development, right? So this whole thing is life, basically, like exactly life skills that you need for success. And so when I thought about that, and I read that article, like I said, I got super, super, super duper excited, because, when you think about going back to the article, they named 6 skills, right? They said the first thing that was important was customer service. And what is customer service? Knowing how you value others. So when you think of the social emotional learning, this is what we call social awareness, right? This is how we relate to others, having empathy. If you are able to empathize with others, if you're being able to respect others, if you're able to appreciate diversity and cultures, when you get out in the marketplace, Alex says it's hospitality. Absolutely. When you get out in the marketplace, you're going to be able to value other people, right? So this is going to allow you to have a high level of customer service, because now you have a high level of social awareness. So you see how the two works together, right? The next thing they said was important one thing was operations and management. So again, that's the self-management piece, right? So they're looking for people who are good with project management, good with operations. So as a project manager, you need to know how to set deadlines. You need to know how to set goals. You need to know how to accomplish those goals, put the system in place. This is all about self-management, right? So this is understanding, being self-disciplined with yourself, being self-motivated, learning how to goal set. So you see again how these two interact, and the more you develop yourself, the more you will have this heightened level of social awareness to be able to go out in the marketplace. The other one they talked about was communication. Of course, that's the big thing. You're going out to these jobs, whether you're going professional job, you're going into a trade, or even you're starting a business and you're trying to be an entrepreneur. You got to learn how to talk. You got to learn how to interact and communicate with other people, right? You got to build these relationship skills. Not only do they want communication skills, they want marketing skills, to know how to relate to people, to know how to show their brand. So this is in the social emotional competencies, it's the relationship skills, right? So it's the communication, it's the teamwork, it's relationship building. So all of these skill sets are hand in hand. So the more you develop yourself and understand the importance of of personal development and investing the time. Let me say that again. Investing the time and the energy and the money, young people, because you have the money to buy Jordans, you have the money to buy you have the money to buy, go to restaurants when we could every night, you out living your best life. You have the money to go to shop, you have the money to do all these things. So you investing, making the investment in yourself to develop these skills is just as important to help you with the things that you need for your life and to develop the skills that you need to be successful, to do the things that you desire to do the things that you have been called to do, the things that you have been destined to do. So you see how these competencies relate. So it is so important. I just wanted to share that, and so you can get a better understanding of what this is. So because you may be out in the marketplace and you may be trying to understand. I got this degree, and I went to college, and now I'm out here, and nobody hiring me. So what am I missing? So it could be that they're not seeing these soft skills shown and illustrated on your resume. So doing things like volunteering and helping, doing things that's going to help you elevate these skills are going to be so critical to help you maneuver the market. And for those that are going into entrepreneurship, this is not an option. Personal development and personal growth is not an option, because that is, I personally say that's 99% of entrepreneurship for me, because it's all about mindset, it's all about the self-awareness, it's all about developing the decision making skills and the motivation and the relationship skills, because you got to be out there in the marketplace. So somebody said they also need to have yes, so they also need to set their voicemail up. That's what employees can reach them, right? So there's so many skills that you need to have in order to be effective in the marketplace. So I just wanted, as I was reading this article, I was getting excited about my own journey and the path that God has me on. But I was so excited, and I wanted to break down what this is all about and why it's important to take the time as young people to invest in yourself, invest in establishing your social emotional learning, or as we call it, the soft skills or emotional intelligence or personal development or personal growth, whatever it is that you want to call it, based on the industry or literature that you're reading. Knowing now, what it is, right? So it's not something that you want to scheme over. That's not something that you want to dismiss, right? It's something that you really want to focus in on. It's something that you really want to truly take the time to level up these skill sets, because it's going to be critical to your success. It's going to be critical in everything that you do. And truly, and the purpose of all of this is helping you live a life of significance, helping you live your purpose and live a life of purpose. And in order to do that, you have to have these skill sets. You have to have this awareness, have to have this self-management to discipline yourself. You have to be able to relate to what others. I love the quote by John Maxwell that says, "One is too small of a number for success." So it's not all going to be all about you. You have to be able to relate to other people and appreciate other people and appreciate diversity. So all of these things are important. So I just wanted to take time. I knew this one was going to be a short session, because I just wanted to focus in breaking that down, because as you're out there, as you're looking, what I was reading, they said that the class of 2020 was one of the largest graduating classes in the US history, right? So now you have this large population of young people that are out there searching, trying to figure it out, and wondering, what do I need to be successful in this marketplace? So there was a in the article, it talked about that this is currently 1.5 million entry level jobs that are open in the United States right now, right? So the soft skills and employability skills is another word that you may hear, are enterprise skills that are transferable in no matter what industry or occupation that you go in. So these are skills that you need, whether you're going, in a professional route, you're in the medical career, if you're going in hospitality, if you're going into law, if you're going into accounting, if you're going into entrepreneurship, if you're going into fashion, if you're going into the arts, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what direction you go into, but you have to understand that these skills are the skills that you need in order to be successful. And what was more eye-opening for me was, in the article, it talked about some of the ramifications and the consequences that they're seeing in the marketplace. So because of the lack of all of these skills, right? So again, when we say, have a high level of self-awareness, you're more confident, you have more clarity in what you do, you're making sound decisions. So here are some of the things that they're seeing as a result of a generation that lacks these skills. They're seeing millennials change jobs more than any other generation. So up 21% of millennials report switching jobs within a year. So now you have a resume that now you're job hopping, right? You're job hopping because you don't have clarity, you don't have focus, you're not sure of who you are, what you want to do, what your strengths are. So now you're job hopping and figuring out. And sometimes it takes that, but taking the time to develop yourself, right? To understand yourself, what will that do? It will allow you to get where you're desiring to go faster because now you have clarity and you have, I always give my GPS illustration, right? 2 points in a GPS, where you are and where you're going. And when you have that clarity, then you can now maneuver the steps in how to get there. So this is what that does. It helps you get that clarity where you are and where you're going. And now you can maneuver those steps. So here you have, that high percentage of just job changing because you're just trying to figure out. Then another statistics that was that millennial turnover costs the United States, the U.S. economy is estimated at $30.5 billion annually because of turnover, right? So here we have a whole generation that is just hopping around, not focused, not being self-aware, not having the self-management, not knowing how to make decisions, and it's costing the economy $30.5 billion with the B billion dollars. So this is huge. And I'm excited about this because what this means to me is job security. There are going to, as an entrepreneur, you want to know that you have a product or service that are the stats are coming from Pew Research, the Pew Research Center. So they have a whole study on millennials in the workplace. Pew Research Center. I love Pew Research Center. They do a lot of studies, and a lot of research on millennials and just a plethora of aspects of living. So it's a good resource, the Pew Research Center. So this was just exciting for me. And because it one confirms that I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing, and I'm going to keep doing it and getting the word out and letting you guys know how important this is for your development and for your you're welcome, Alex, for your for your growth in life in all areas, so you can be truly living your best life, not only in your professional career, but also in your personal career, because we want to be healthy. We want to be healthy and whole. That's what God has called us to be. Live an abundance life doesn't mean a financial or successful finance. It means health. It means health. It means in your relationships. It means, in your social life. It means just the holistic part of you. So this is so critical. So I just wanted to break that down for you. So now if you see these words out, if you hear someone talking about them when you're doing your job search, or you're hearing about personal development and you're like, oh, I don't need that. Yes, you do. Now you know that this is something that now your antennas are up. So you have this awareness that this may be something that I need in my life. So I need to up level myself in some of these areas so I can enhance some of my skill sets, so I can be more marketable in the marketplace, both personally and professionally. So that is all I had. I wanted to share with you. That's what I wanted to share, how to be adulting with soft skills. So if you just you were listening, taking notes, and evaluating yourself, I want to share that if you're looking to do a deeper dive in understanding what this is all about, we have Adulting in My Purpose course. Yay! That registration is now open. When I tell you these courses and this session has been phenomenal for me, but just to see the transformation of the people that go through this course and the awareness that they have and the motivation that they have now to go forth and do their dreams, it has just been phenomenal. So the course is now open. And what you would get, I have the link there for those that are interested. So with the course, you're going to get a video lesson. So you're going to get a whole set of video lessons. You're going to get 7 live coaching calls with your favorite personal growth coach. So this is where we're gonna go into depth, right? We're gonna peel back the layers. This is where we gonna have the heart and heart to have you discuss some of these self discovery journeys that we have. So you're going to go on a journey of self reflection. You're going to go on where you're looking back at the past and how have you made decisions in your past, because they said how you do anything is how you do everything. So we're analyzing the experiences that you have and how you problem solve those experiences, and what experience helped you and shaped you to be who you are today. Then we're going to take a journey of self-awareness. This is where you start to now know who you are, to start to learn some of your strengths. We have activities, we have questions that you take it and you do, and we discuss, and we take that deep and we go deeper. And then you have a journey of self-knowledge where you're establishing your values. What are your core values? You're understanding yourself. What are you passionate about? So we talk about all of these things. We ask ourselves the right questions to help you uncover some of these things that you may not be aware of. We have a journey of self-belief. That's where we're talking about establishing your foundation, because if you don't have a foundation, you'll fall for anything. So having that foundation, so that journey of self-belief is so important. And then self-improvement. What do we need to do to improve ourselves? And that's another journey that we take. Again, we're going deeper and go down another layer. The journey of self-planning is always one of my fun things, because we show people how to get a solid plan, put a plan together to get you from goal setting to goal achievement. So that's in there. And then we talk about self-motivation, how to keep yourself motivated. How do you stay motivated through the challenges? How do you stay motivated when you're trying to do something and you fail and it doesn't work out? How do you not throw in the towel? How do you keep going? So these are the things, these are the soft skills that you need as you're pursuing your goals, as you're pursuing learning how to adult in in your purpose. So you get all of the coaching calls where we go deep. You get notes is available. You get guide notes. You have access when you get the journal to a bonus website that gives you more more activities to go deep. So guys, this is amazing course that has been developed over time. It has been tried, it has been tested, not only tested in the United States, but tested all the way with millennials in Kenya. So and the consensus is that, you know, this is a journey that should be had. It's a transformational journey to help you get from where you are to where you want to be. So registration is up, it's open. The link is in the chat. And so if you're wanting to up level yourself, you're wanting to take a dive to up level your social emotional learning, go ahead and register. Looking forward to that. If you haven't got the journal, it is available. The journal is available on Amazon. It's available on Amazon, Adulting in My Purpose. So you can get a copy of that on Amazon. And then the last announcement that I have, which I'm excited about. So, you know, as being an entrepreneur, and you know, you gotta change things up. You gotta up level things. Can't keep doing the same things. You gotta get outside the box. So we're gonna take Adulting in My Purpose to a new level. We got some new segments that we are coming out with, and it's starting this month. So we're going to do some new segments. So the first new segment that we have is called Millennials Who Are Making Moves. Millennials Making Moves. So we are going to have millennial guests that are out there that have this high level of social emotional learning already, and they are doing their thing in life. They are truly adulting in their purpose. So they're going to be coming on the show, sharing their journey and sharing their pitfalls and the challenges and how they are making it and what they do, some of their tips and strategies that they took to get to where they are as millennials to be successful. So that is going to be exciting, because not only you have to, you know, have opportunity to glean and to hear some teaching, now you can see all of this in action and learn more from others that are doing it. And hopefully this will help inspire you to keep pushing and keep moving forward to your journey. So that Millennials Making Move is our one new segment. And then also Ask the Expert. So I talked to many of the people that I coach and mentor, and they are always asking questions about certain things. So rather than just hearing from me all the time, I want to bring in experts, subject matter experts, to help in various areas. So starting this month, we have an expert coming in on that's HR expert. So all your HR questions, all your job marketing questions, put them in the chat. So we're going to get the answers, and we're going to continue every month, have an expert come in. So, you know, you're getting the good stuff. You're getting access to things that you want, right? You want the guidance and really don't know how to do it. So this is what Adulting in My Purpose is all about, to help equip, inspire, and empower you to truly adult in your purpose. So I'm excited about the two new segments that are coming out. Again, we're starting that this month. So next week we'll have a guest, and stay tuned. I'll put all that information up. So if you have questions, you can see that thread and put your questions in the chat. So when we're doing that interview, we can definitely address all your questions and get the questions answered and get you the tools and get you the answers that you need to be successful in this world. So I am Dr. Nick, and that is my time. Again, I am always honored and always grateful to spend some time with you all that are out there. And to share strategies, tools to help you in your personal growth and personal development journey. So we will be back next Wednesday, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time, and we'll have a special guest with our new segment, Millennials Making Moves. So you all have a wonderful time and wonderful evening. You be blessed. Make sure you register for those that are interested in the course, and can get the journal on Amazon.com. You all have a wonderful evening and be blessed.